Journaling can be one of the most boring things to do as part of your trading journey, but if you do it correctly, it can be the difference between you being profitable long term and you losing all your money long term. So it is of absolute vital importance. And today we're going to break down exactly why it's important and how best you can go about journaling your trades. I'm Ed Cat from Forex Insights SA, and let's deep dive into what the biz is with journaling. So one of the biggest problems in Forex right now is no one really explains how to journal and the why to journal. It can be a very vital part of making you profitable in the long term if you're doing it correctly and know why you're doing it. This isn't just to take snapshots of your trades just so they can look cool for a book later on. This is actually an information gathering system that can help inform your future trades a little bit better than your current ones. So let's break down what are some of the most important aspects that you need to have when journaling in order to make sure that the information that you're gathering is actually useful to you. First and foremost, you're going to need to figure out what kind of style of trader are you and what information is going to help you become better at trading. Whether you're a support and resistance trader, an ICT trader, or SMT trader, you're going to need to figure out what information is going to help you make decisions a little bit better in future. For me, my journaling right now, because I trade a variation of the open range break that I call the Power Ranger, and all my journaling is helping me collect information that is useful to that system. Some of the factors that you would probably want to consider are things like which session were you trading? Was it London session, New York session, or the Asian session? And what is the relative success rate of each one? Because oftentimes, depending on the strategy, it's probably going to favor one of these sessions over the other, and that is very good information to keep track of. You're also going to look at what time in the session was the trade executed. Was it during the open? Was it 15 minutes after the open? Was it well into the open of the session? Was it during the crossover of the session? These factors can affect the performance of your trading. You also want to look at factors about trade management. What was the stop loss size? What was the intended target? What was the risk to reward ratio? All of those things are going to affect what your P&L and overall profitability of the strategy is over the long haul. So if you look at what I do with the Power Ranger, the journaling I do is I take into consideration what day of the week was the trade taken, was it long, was it short, what was the stop loss size that we used, and what was the relative RR taken on that trade. And I use that over the course of a month to look back on and be like, listen, are there any modifications to how this trade was executed that could have resulted in better performance? If the stop loss size was a little bit bigger, if it was a little bit smaller, if we took the trade a little bit earlier or a little bit later, these are all factors that are going to affect the profitability of your trading, and thus these are factors to consider when looking at your journaling. So that is what your journaling is all about. It is writing down or marking out the factors that are going to affect the performance of your trading and then paying attention to what the data is telling you. It is a data-driven exercise, and the decisions you make are only going to be as good as the data that you collect. And that is the importance of journaling. Now, it is a similar story for what you do with your back testing, but we're going to tackle that in a different video. If you like this, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and you let me know in the comment section what video you would like to see me tackle next. I've been Ed Cat from Forex Insights SA, and we will see you in the next one.